Good morning, Main Street TV, and welcome to Big Papa's House of Ill Repute. Woo!
Hey, wait. House of Ill Repute.
Yeah.
What kind of show you running here?
What can I say?
What kind of show you running? You didn't tell me it was a part
Well,
of it.
I didn't. I figured, Porterhouse gets, Porter's Playhouse, and of course you get the morning crew. But if I'm going to take over a show,
yeah,
it gets to be a House of Ill Repute.
All right, whatever. So,
Anyway.
so what are we going to do for the next hour?
Well, I don't know. So anyway, you can see Matt and I are taking over the morning show today. I think we're going to do a little bit of just kind of the normal stuff you might catch us doing on air. So
That's right. Listen every morning on Mix 96 FM, WKOV.
So a little bit of a kicker. I know that we've already seen some of our topics for today.
Right.
But we'll get to talk a little bit about maybe this day in history.
Yep.
And we've got a few things that we get to talk about today, including we already talked about on air today being National Trombone Player Day.
Hey, there we go.
So if you're out there watching and wondering where Jennifer is, she's actually, her and Cheryl, we're April
sure
fooling
this is a
everyone.
good idea?
No,
Because we have no idea what's happening right now.
Well, what's funny is that, like, here, I'm not worried about it. I think
this could affect my job.
It could. Well, then I have to take over, and nobody wants that.
It's gonna be gonna be okay.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be a
fine.
good
It'll be all
day.
right. It's
So
gonna be all right.
Adrian, as normal, has a quick message he needs to do, and we'll be back on the other side, and maybe we'll talk about a little bit of history. We've got a couple of things.
We'll have some fun. So.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, back on Main Street TV on Big Papa's. I still have problems saying that. Big Papa's House of Ill Repute. So we'll run with it. Okay. So
All right.
the opinions of Josh Willett are not necessarily that of anyone associated with Total Media or. Hey, you want to do some? So on the show we do one-liners.
Yes, absolutely.
So you want to do some our normal
some
one-liners? So
headlines?
this is what we call our What the Headlines. So
What
we'll do
the
it here live. If you
Headlines.
miss it, your What the Headlines segment here. So here are some things that you might not have heard. We'll just call them. It's maybe headline news, but when you spin it just a little bit,
Yeah, it'd be
because it's not really headlines.
right.
So,
Right.
So they've released the plans for the new presidential library for Donald Trump.
Yeah, so I saw this.
No big surprise. It's going to be in Miami. It's going to apparently contain a replica of the Oval Office and the White House's West Colonnade.
Okay.
And the first floor will house the Air Force One jet that was gifted to him from Qatar. So,
Are they planning on having that jet done in time to actually use it at some point? I wonder.
I thought it was already done.
Oh, I don't know.
And they
Maybe
were like
it is.
retrofitting it, and because they said it wasn't ever going to be an official.
The only thing I know about the building when I saw the pictures is that it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, and I did see that it's 47 feet tall or 47 stories.
Okay.
Which is absolutely fitting, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. But I did also hear that so it's this giant, very phallic-looking structure,
No.
and they're going to put two spheres actually down at the base of it. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what the Trump Library doesn't contain?
What doesn't it contain?
Books.
Books. Does it have a casino?
Probably. That's in true Trump fashion. The Trump Library card. It's a gold card.
It's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today's the day. For the first time in 50 years, the Artemis 2
Yes.
NASA moon launch is happening. So we're going back to the moon. Well, we're going around the moon.
Fly me to the moon.
This time it's fly me around the moon.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So it's in this mission, the crew is going to orbit the moon, but not land on it. That is, of course, unless the astronaut piloting the spacecraft is Tiger Woods. Then it's going to crash land on the moon, of course. So
Right.
yeah, NASA figured it probably should get this mission underway as soon as possible before rocket fuel gets any more expensive. So
Good call.
plain and simple. So speaking of gas. Over $4 a gallon again, officially nationwide. So please, local gas stations, that does not mean that it needs to be raised here in Jackson County. Please do not raise your gas. Let's keep it right where it's at. Let's take
That
it a
is
little bit
not
down, so.
permission to raise prices.
Yeah, so if you think that's expensive, though, think about this. The gas price of gasoline, roughly about the same price as the average price of a gallon of milk, too. So throw that out there. So
I guess we should just go buy a cow and ride it around town instead.
yeah, so. Well, also, just so you know, Tiger Woods' arrest report has been released. If you did not hear the news, Tiger Woods in another crash this week, wrecked his SUV. Imagine that.
Baby, you can wreck my car.
So apparently, when they arrested him, he did have pills in his pocket. Now, in his defense, he said they were not pills. He said they were just teeny tiny golf balls. So, and then this was interesting. It sounds like something straight out of a G.I. Joe cartoon. But a Marine at Camp Pendleton has been accused of stealing and selling a missile launcher.
What? He sold a missile launcher?
Apparently
Who,
so.
to the Russians or what?
I don't know. It's amazing what you can find on Facebook Marketplace these days.
It's amazing what you can find there.
And then this is interesting. A federal judge has ruled, I did not know about this, that unless Congress issues an authorization, they're saying that construction of the White House ballroom has to stop. Now, they've already destroyed half the White House.
Right, it's gone. It's gone.
But they have to stop construction of the new ballroom unless Congress apparently issues some type of authorization. I mean, I thought the only thing that could stop construction at the White House ballroom was an ICE raid, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I will say it's a lot easier to navigate Home Depot and Menards right now.
Oh, it's true. No, I don't know. That is crazy, though, to think about that they would stop that project now that all the demolition is already happening.
Coming soon, green space at the White House. So this is interesting. In a bit of a random story, a woman in London apparently had intercourse with identical twins separately.
Okay.
Now, is that one of those things where is that in her defense? Is that one of those things where it would be easy to make the mistake?
I have a feeling that this was probably intentional.
You think it might? You're probably right.
Just a guess, yeah.
But apparently it says within 4 days of each other, and now she's been told in court that experts say that it is not possible to identify which one is the father of her baby.
Oh, yeah, because they have the same DNA.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, gosh.
So she asked the judge, well, can we just pick the twin that has more money? So it's just like, is this even possible? I mean, you have identical twin daughters.
Right. I mean, anything's possible, but you mean to really identify?
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of anything like that.
It definitely would be easier with the girls because at least then it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, we know how science works.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it's in this woman's case, it must have just been like going to buy a new car. She kicked the tires on one and decided she would try the exact same model.
Yes.
All right. Maybe one has better options, I guess.
Meet your Uncle Daddy, I guess. I don't know how I guess. I don't know how this works. So Tuesday, the stock market had its best day since last spring, which we were talking about because obviously, if you've seen what it's done the last month.
Yeah, it has completely crashed. Sure.
The even better news is that's not an April Fool's prank. Of course, though, if stocks went up big, but as usual, for some reason, my 401k didn't budge. So. And it is Wednesday, April 1st. We're going to talk a little bit about this. It's April Fool's Day, so...
and, of course, that's why we're here, folks.
Yeah, that's obviously...
Happy April Fools. This is our prank to you. So,
yeah. I was hoping someone would pop out from behind the gas pump this morning when I was getting gas and say, hi, April Fool's Day. It's only $2.99 a gallon.
Yay!
But, it didn't happen. So it's also National 1 Cent Day.
Yeah.
Which, with inflation, is more like National 3.5 cents Day.
So are you collecting your pennies now, Matt?
I didn't ever really stop collecting pennies.
Okay.
Now, I really would like to see. I'm hoping maybe I got some that are maybe worth some extra or whatever now.
That's what I keep thinking is that I remember, I think I told you that I remember hearing stories about people who would collect the old copper pennies.
Oh, yeah.
And with the knowledge that someday pennies would go out of circulation and then you'd be allowed to melt them down.
Yeah. And use the copper, yeah.
So if you started doing that, you're probably still not allowed to melt them down. And we didn't tell you to melt them down.
I will
that
say
is not
this.
on us.
I will say this. I do remember as a kid, my grandfather used to make copper penny jewelry. I don't know if it was legal or not, but I know I had a copper bracelet that was made
I
out
mean,
of
that
tennis.
used to be considered defacing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's my money. I'll do
most
with it what I
places,
want.
yes. Appalachia, not so
you
much.
probably get away
yes,
with it.
so. It's also national. Well,
I mean, you
every
got to have copper to make your still.
Yeah. That's what Grandpa was doing.
That's absolutely what he was doing.
He's making corn liquor. So, and it's International Fun at Work Day. So get out and celebrate that now before they train AI how to have fun at work for you and do your job. So
That's true.
That's
true.
our headlines for the day. So, but it is officially April. I mean, can you believe it's April 1st already?
It does seem like this first, I guess that's the first quarter of the year, has gone pretty quick.
It really does seem like it's flown by. So I'm hoping now that it's starting to warm up a little bit and it's going to be springtime into summertime, I'm hoping now maybe it can slow down.
Yeah, I would much rather that we get through the winter months fast.
Yeah.
And like right now,
We
like
did not
this
get
weather.
through these. We did not get through these winter months.
Oh no, it sure didn't seem like
No,
it.
it did not.
And right now, of course, this is my favorite weather. This is that I want to go out and build a bonfire, except not between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Right? Yeah. I got you. Well said, sir.
And so I want to be able to go out and do those kind of things. So I'm looking forward to finally having some cool evenings, but not cold evenings.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we'll have those. It's going to be pretty nice. But some other things to look forward to in April. March Madness is continuing. The Final Four is this weekend. So who did you have for your pick?
So I did not do a bracket this year, not at all. And I would have probably gone the easy, lazy way and
Duke?
asked, well, probably, or I would have asked some kind of stats AI thing to create it for me,
Which
just to see if
was
AI
an option
could do a
this
better
year because I
one.
think your wife actually did that in our office pool here.
I think so too.
And I think she was not doing well, if I remember right. But I actually, as much as it pains me to say it, I actually picked Michigan to win. And so I went from like 25th in the bracket to right now being at the top of our office bracket.
Oh wow!
So I'm hoping that maybe we'll see what happens.
I didn't know you picked Michigan.
I know, as much as I hate to say it, I picked that team up north to win.
Well,
it's basketball.
I
so.
figured if you picked Ohio State, you really were a loyal fan,
Right.
but it was a dumb pick.
That was Hayden did that.
Yeah,
so-
did he?
No, I will say I did have Ohio State making it to the second round.
Oh yeah, well I think
But
I
I
would
knew
have
that
too.
I figured they would lose in the second round. They should have won the first game. I figured they would lose.
Yeah.
They would not make it to the Sweet 16. So, but
all right.
but anyway, it's happening this weekend. National championship game will be Monday night, and we'll see who it's going to be. The women's national championship game is this Sunday. Men's finals on Monday. Major League Baseball is now in full swing. The Reds are back on the radio and back on television. Which if you happen to have Spectrum, I think you do get the Reds as part of your Spectrum television package, so you are able to see it.
Oh, well, that's
don't
great.
pay for the additional.
Right.
I believe that's the way. I could be wrong, but the Masters is coming back April 9th, which is like the premier golf thing that you want to check it out. And of course, NBA and NHL playoffs both start later on this month as well. So NFL draft is happening this year. Again in April 23rd.
I was just saying,
Pittsburgh this year.
You said Pittsburgh. I know. I was telling you yesterday, where I remember being in Las Vegas during CinemaCon. If you watch the show and you've seen me on here before, we've talked about being on or going to Las Vegas to see what the upcoming movies are. So I happened to be there the year it was in Vegas. It was absolute chaos because you're trying to, I think at the same time they were also prepping for like a Formula One race.
Oh, yeah.
And you had that happening, and we were in the middle of CinemaCon, and so it was just, Vegas was nuts.
Well, as you said, anytime you see something in Vegas, you go, oh, that's right there.
Yeah.
Realize it's a lot further than you think it is.
Yeah, not even close.
So. But speaking of CinemaCon, you're going to be heading that direction later on this month, and we're getting close to blockbuster time. And today, April 1st, Super Mario Galaxy movie.
So we're really excited about it. I've got our collector popcorn bucket combo. It's collector popcorn bucket, a large slushie, and there's a color changing straw and a pack of Skittles. So we've got a nice little combo that we've put together, and people are always asking about those collector's buckets
Yeah,
too.
because
So
that's really something
it'll
that's
be
taken
perfect.
off the last few years.
Yeah, people ask me all the time, "Are you going to have the collector's bucket for this?" They're very specific. And some of that, unfortunately, because we're not a large chain,
Right.
we don't always.
A lot of
get
times
them
they
all.
go to So
Right. So
which I think you didn't get because I think they actually had a Yoshi popcorn bucket, but you guys did not get that. Because I asked your wife, I said,
we didn't
I
get
said, hey, are
Yoshi.
you guys going to get the Yoshi? She said, stop it. I'm tired of being asked this. No, we're not.
No Yoshi.
So, no Yoshi this time.
But no, yeah, blockbuster season's hitting. Of course, I still have this thing in my head that says it's a Jack Black movie. So it should do amazing because when we had Minecraft, that was nuts. When we had Minecraft,
sequel's in the works, by the way. They're working on Minecraft 2 already.
Good, because we would all like to have that happen. So yeah, so I'll be getting ready for CinemaCon soon, and hopefully be able to come back and we'll go. Have you seen this? And I mean, we are already seeing trailers for things like He-Man.
Yeah, He-Man. I saw the new trailer for it yesterday. It was absolutely amazing.
I just keep trying to figure out as many trailers as they've been releasing. What are they going to show us new?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited.
I just am hoping that Jared Leto's Skeletor refers. Which I'm going to nerd out for a second. If you grew up watching He-Man and the Masters of the Universe as a kid in the '80s, you know that Skeletor always referred to people as boobs. So he's like, you crazy boob. I hope so if he does not refer to somebody as a crazy boob, then it's one of those things. It's like the Skeletor is kind of like the laughable character on the show. But
yes.
I don't know if they'll do that with Jared Leto's character. Anything is better than the Masters of the Universe movie that came out in the late 80s and early 90s. So it's cult classic, cult favorite, but it was bad.
I just want him to go, until next time.
You guarantee he will. So also, later this month, the biopic Michael, April 24th. So that looks to be...
So I'm really
pretty
excited
amazing
about
too,
that one too. I mean, but
starring
I
members
was
of the Jackson family.
Yeah. So I was a Michael Jackson fan. I think as children of the '80s, Matt, you and I, that was the thing. Do you remember staying up late so you could watch Thriller? The Thriller video?
Absolutely. Well, actually, so it was a little bit of I didn't stay up late to watch it. It was I don't remember exactly how it happened, but my uncle had either satellite or premium television at the time.
Okay.
And he was able to get like wrestling pay-per-views, boxing matches and stuff. Back when he was one of the ones that was able to do that. I'm not sure what all it took back because I was too young to really understand the process. But I remember we actually went to their house just to watch the Thriller video. And I remember it scared the living daylights out of me.
I loved it.
I loved it, but it scared me to death.
I always thought that was the best video ever. So because if I remember correctly, they would play it in normal rotation, and then it was so scary that they bumped it, and they would only play it like after 10 o'clock or something.
Yeah, I mean, it did. I was okay, but like my sister literally ran out of the room crying because when he makes the transformation, it's just like, and the amount of Hollywood effects makeup, which by today's standard is just, but it was like, and he's like, and it's just, and then the zombie look at the end and all that. It's just like, it was kind of freaky.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, so a couple others put on your radar. The Drama with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson comes out on this Friday as well.
Okay, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it's out there. So the Drama does open Friday,
right?
And if you don't know anything about the Drama, first of all, I will tell you it's rated R. I don't know that whether it's classified as a romance or not. But the concept behind it is that, so it's like there's this couple that's getting ready to get married, and they have another couple that they're friends with, and the other couple says, hey, before you get married, you need to share like your darkest secret.
Oh boy.
With your partner. So immediately my mind goes to the gutter, thinking that's kind of, I had sex with your brother. Something to that effect.
Right.
It is not that.
Okay.
And I won't say what it is, but the topic itself might be triggering.
Okay. So be aware of that.
Just be aware.
Okay.
If you... I don't want to give it away. I learned about it on Monday. because I'm going, oh, I got to go out and start promoting the drama. And then when I found out, well, what actually happens, it's like, I don't know how much I want to promote that movie.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm hoping that it will make its way out. Again, you can do a real quick search and find out exactly what the drama is.
Yeah.
But just word of warning.
Yeah. And speaking of being triggered,
Yes.
so something else that's coming out this month, which I just learned about this a couple days ago, but there was a little bit of a taboo movie when we were kids and in high school on VHS, and it was like the one to get, Faces of Death. Do you remember Faces of Death?
No, I don't remember that.
See, this
one.
was a huge thing with my high school. I never did
Okay.
see it, but it was like supposedly real caught footage of actual extreme deaths.
Oh.
And it became like a cult classic in the 80s and 90s. And it's supposed to like found footage, real footage of people that are like, when you hear horror stories of people that were kiteboarding, they get caught up and eaten by, it's like real footage of that kind of stuff. And it was like ultra gory by even 80s and 90s standards. Well, they have remade it. And it's
Okay.
coming out on April 10th. I don't know if it's news stories or whatever. I just heard about this.
Coming out on April 10th?
April 10th.
What's it called?
Faces of Death.
Faces of Death.
Faces of Death. So.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about that
And then
one,
there's another
Matt.
thriller coming out on April 24th called Mother Mary. So if you're a fan of television, April is stacked. Star Wars Maul, Shadow Lord is coming to Disney Plus on April 6th. That's going to be an animated show. The Handmaid's Tale continues its series Testaments. That's going to be on Hulu. Malcolm in the Middle, the revival of Malcolm in the Middle called Malcolm in the Middle, Life is Still Unfair, hits Hulu on April 10th. The Stranger Things spinoff, which is animated Stranger Things Tales from 85, hits Netflix on April 23rd. Also, the final season of The Boys hits Prime Video on the 8th. And the 5th and final season of Hacks will be on HBO April 9th. Euphoria on HBO Max the 12th. Season 2 of Beef on Netflix April 16th. And the new comedy competition series Funny AF with Kevin Hart hits Netflix on April 20th.
I haven't seen that one yet.
So I don't know much about it. But of course, it is April Fool's Day today. Passover starts tonight. Good Friday's in 2 days. Easter Sunday is this Sunday. Other holidays, I can get behind this one. Tomorrow's National Burrito Day.
Oh, I'm
We're
down.
about to have to go to Hot Heads tomorrow and check that out.
That
So,
sounds fantastic.
it's Friday. I'm afraid I won't be in because it's don't go to work unless it's fun day on Friday.
Hey, it's always fun when we're
So we have fun, so we'll be here. So
Actually,
you may not be here on
I
Friday.
might not be here on Friday.
So yeah, I won't be showing up to work Friday, folks. 'Cause
Sorry.
Josh is not going to be here. So it's also National Beer Day on the 7th.
Oh, again,
So
I can celebrate.
National Pet Day on the 11th. Earth Day is the 22nd. And April 24th is Arbor Day. So those are a few things to look forward to.
So I haven't looked to see what month holidays we're celebrating. I'll have to take a look maybe in our couple of seconds that we have.
Yeah.
We are going to have to take a break
Yeah, we'll take
here
a
in a
break
couple
and come
minutes. Let's go ahead and do that now.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
All right, welcome back to Main Street TV, or as it's more affectionately known today, Big Papa's House of
Big Papa's
Ill
House of
Repute.
Ill Repute. Woohoo!
My name's Matt, and this is my good friend Josh. You know us from Nick's 96 Morning Crew and everywhere else around town because we have those faces that everybody never
It
forgets.
is so funny here. If you've never been to this area of the Stockmeister Plaza where all of the Total Media stuff is, it's either really, really quiet and you'll hear laughs coming out of rooms.
Right, yeah.
Or it's just absolute chaos and people running around from studio to studio, which is what today was like.
Yeah,
I mean,
kinda,
started
yeah.
as soon as I walked in the door at 8 a.m., I'm like, okay, you got this room was suddenly empty because everybody's in this room and it got crazy. And then I walk in here, hey, Adrian, could you do this for me? And so what a nutty morning it's been. So it's definitely it's definitely an April Fool's Day, that's for sure. So.
Well, hey, should we talk a little bit of history? We normally on our show we talk history and dates that we celebrate and celebrate birthdays. If you have a birthday out there today, happy birthday to you. I don't know if you celebrate birthdays on Main Street TV each day, but we have a few birthdays. We always celebrate birthdays on our show. So celebrities that birthdays today: Ally McGraw from Love Story and The Getaway. She's the former wife of the late Steve McQueen. She's 87 today. Josh Zuckerman, who played young Dr. Evil in Austin Powers and Goldmember, and also played in Kyle XY, is 41 today. Bijou Phillips from Almost Famous and Raising Hope is 46. Annette O'Toole from Smallville and Superman 3 is 74 today. Terry Nichols, who is the Oklahoma City bomber. I guess we're going to celebrate his birthday.
Oh, yeah, great.
He's 71 today, sitting in jail and enjoying it, I guess. I don't know. Former Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito is 76 today. Barry Sonnenfeld, who's the director and producer of Men in Black, Wild Wild West, Men in Black 2, and The Addams Family is 73 today. Taron Killam from Saturday Night Live is 44. Asa Butterfield, who played Hugo, and Hugo was the boy in the striped pajamas, is 29. Matt Lanter from Timeless and 90210 is 43. Hillary Scott, who's the lead singer for Lady A, is 40 today. Social media influencer and boxer Logan Paul.
Yay.
Woohoo. Turning 31 today. And David Oyelowo, who was in Selma, The Butler, Jack Reacher, and Lawman Bass Reeves, is 50 today. So
this is Randy Orton has a birthday today.
Randy Orton's birthday is today? Okay, I did not know that myself.
And Rachel Maddow.
Oh, yeah, Rachel Maddow's birthday is today.
So lots of wrestlers.
Rachel Maddow's CNN.
Oh, but she's not a wrestler too?
Touche.
I'm just kidding.
So, make somebody mad.
I know.
So
that's okay.
She always focuses on the left side of the ring for some reason. I don't know
She does always focus on the left side of the ring.
So here's this date in history. 1789, the U.S. House of Representatives held its first full meeting in New York City.
Oh, okay.
On April Fool's Day.
On April Fool's Day.
Finds out a House of Representatives.
That's probably why it's called April Fool's.
It could be. You never know. So.
Largest gathering of fools to happen in quite some time.
1924, Nazi party leader Adolf Hitler was sentenced to 5 years in prison for leading the Nazis' unsuccessful Beer Hall Putsch, which was an early attempt to take over the German government. He wrote his autobiography Mein Kampf while in prison before being released after only 9 months due to political pressure. So,
see, that worked out perfect. So he managed to get thrown in jail, and then he comes out to
throw other people in jail.
Throw other people in jail and rule the country. That's usually how that works.
Debbie Reynolds from Singing in the Rain was born this date in history. We lost her back in 2016. It was this date in 1934 that Bonnie and Clyde killed 2 police officers on one of their classic bank heists.
It's too bad that they did that.
Yeah. 1946, bassist Ronnie Lane, who was the Small Faces and the Faces member, was born. He died in 1997. Toto drummer Jeff Porcaro was born today. We lost him in 1992.
All right.
Anyway.
I hear the drums echoing tonight.
Let's see the stop it. Stop it. See, this is what happens on our show, too. We start into something and then we start singing.
To drag me away from you.
I can't do.
This is all on camera now.
I know, it's just
usually we have voice.
We can do it all, because our cameras aren't working in the studio right now. So, but
anyway, keep going, Matt.
This date, 1960, the first weather satellite was launched from Cape Canaveral, and Lord willing, something will be launched from Cape Canaveral today.
Yes, let's hope so.
So, this date in 1963, General Hospital premiered.
Wow, 63.
63. Was your household a General Hospital household?
Yes.
See, our house was a Guiding Light and Young and the Restless household.
I think
My
it was
mom
General
was a
Hospital.
CBS person. So
General Hospital. Now, it's one of those, I feel like it was always on. Mm-hmm. I don't remember whether anybody actually watched it. I just feel like it was always on.
Oh, my mom and even my dad, it's like they always knew what was going on in The Young and the Restless. And I'm like, and I always used to do it. Isn't this guy ever going to die? Look at how old this guy is. Oh, he's been dead multiple times. You know, he just comes back as the cousin's brother's uncle's nephew's niece. Yeah, but yeah, this date in 63, General Hospital premiere. It's still on ABC. One of the last remaining soaps, I think. This date in 1970, John Lennon and Yoko Ono issued a bogus press release releasing that they were having a dual sex change operations. Did you ever hear about that one?
No.
You're a Mr. Beatles fan here.
No,
so
that must have been during the bet-in.
could have been. But it was a bogus press release. I'm assuming April
it
Fools.
would have been during the bet-in probably,
Maybe in a mind-altered state in some capacity, shape, or form. So.
No.
This date in 1970, President Nixon signed a measure banning cigarette advertising on radio and television. It was supposed to have taken effect on January 1st, 1971. I don't think that lasted very long.
No, that must be why today is Take Down Tobacco, National Day of Action.
Could be. 1976, Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs founded Apple Computer in the garage of Jobs' parents' house in Cupertino.
It's a good day.
Yep. 1982, the U.S. transferred control of the Panama Canal Zone to the government of Panama. 1994, Kermit the Frog here hosted Larry King Live on CNN.
Really?
That's a pretty cool switch.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
is neat.
Great April Fool's prank. 1996, 51-year-old umpire John McSherry collapsed on the field in Cincinnati 7 pitches into the Reds' opening day game and died at the hospital an hour later. He had planned to see doctors the next day about an irregular heartbeat.
That's usually how that works,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yes. I think I probably should
I'm
make
going
a
to the
point of
doctor
it, yeah.
tomorrow, yeah.
The Reds and Expos game that day was postponed until the next day against the wishes of controversial Reds owner Marge Schott. What was ever controversial about Marge Schott?
No, I have no
Nothing ever controversial about her. 1997, federal authorities cautioned that thousands of school children across the nation might have been exposed to hepatitis A by eating frozen strawberries that were imported from Mexico and processed in the U.S.
Hepatitis from Mexico.
I'll never hear that jingle the same way again. Thanks. Hepatitis from Mexico. Well played, sir.
You're welcome.
Well played. Well played.
Thank you.
Very well played.
Thank
This date in 1998, U.S. District Judge Susan Weber Wright dismissed Paula Jones's lawsuit against Bill Clinton, saying that her claims of sexual harassment fell, quote, far short of being worthy of trial. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. So
Apparently she just didn't have as good an attorney as
Monica.
Monica.
Apparently, so, yeah.
I don't know.
1999, a New Jersey man was arrested and charged with originating the Melissa email virus. David L. Smith later pled guilty to various state and federal charges.
The Melissa
email virus. Yeah, I don't remember that one.
I don't either.
I'm afraid I remember the Anna Kournikova virus.
Do you?
Might have been rickrolled a couple times through the years,
Yeah. I got meat spun a couple of times.
Yeah.
Don't ask and don't Google it.
2000, President Bill Clinton, speaking at a fundraiser for his wife's Senate campaign, accused New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani of enlisting a right-wing venom machine against Hillary Rodham Clinton.
No.
Why would anybody need to do that? She has her own left-wing venom machine. So, 2000, Michelle Kwan won her third world figure skating title. 2001, the Netherlands became the first country in the world to make same-sex marriage legal. 2001, former Yugoslav President Slobodan Milosevic was arrested in the early morning hours after a 26-hour armed standoff, facing corruption charges linked to his dictatorial 13-year rule. He was eventually turned over for war crimes and trial at The Hague. He, of course, if you remember back in the early 2000s, we actually bombed that area.
So I was trying to I
overthrow
remember
him,
the name, I
yeah.
just don't remember the situation, so.
This date in 2004, Google introduced Gmail.
Wow.
And I found out today that if you're still using that handle from 2004, something like Hot Country Boy 69, and you're wishing and you have to send professional emails now, you can actually change that. You'll be able to come up with an actual. You can really use
You can change your
You
email?
can change your Google email handle now. So
Wow.
So
do you still have like your original?
I
we call it
never
our personal
did.
email.
The craziest thing I ever did is when I first came out with Hotmail, which of course Hotmail's been absorbed by Outlook now, but I still use Hotmail. And I have a legitimate Hotmail that I use. But when I first
Cora still uses Hotmail too.
my first Hotmail was the Matster at hotmail.com.
Nice.
Because my best friend has always called me Matster. And so I kind of use that as a nickname,
So mine, my first
Please
email.
tell me it was something crazy.
It's Squealer TPT. So
you're kind of maybe wishing, yeah. But at least, they're talking about people like crazy handles for their names, like, like awesome looking fat chick 24. It's just like, I don't know. It's just.
So I just remember that being a thing where I remember student teaching. And
only imagine.
it was. telling all these college students, if you have an email, you really need to have you can have a personal email, but you need to have a professional email.
Yeah, I did finally switch to a professional email that has.
So then mine just became, Joshua J. Willett.
Yeah.
So, and I guess that's another thing I didn't know now. So inside of these email addresses, like you might put a period in there. So let's say it's like McKee.Matt.
Right.
Or Matt.McKee or Matt, Matthew. Apparently nowadays when you send someone an email, you do not have to put the dot.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
And I don't know if it's just an autofill issue or
Could be.
what.
I just remember it used to be. I remember when they first like my initial email was like 95 characters long because
Right.
it was like my name and a number. Then you had to have like the server name and then the domain name and then the university name. And it was like, how am I ever going to remember this?
Well, if there are any educators out there, the knowledge that it's going to be, jcs.k12.oh.us. It took me forever to figure that out. So.
Yeah. Some other things that we're celebrating today. It is Assyrian's New Year, the Assyrian New Year today.
Okay.
It is Boomer Bonus Day.
What's the bonus?
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna.
They're still here.
Hey.
Fossil Fools Day.
Fossil fools.
Which is what's happening at the gas prices every time you gas up.
That's a fact.
Proving that we are fossil fools.
Boomer Bonus Day is a special occasion that celebrates the contributions of the baby boomer generation, which includes people born from 1946 to 60. Highlights the lasting impact boomers have had on society and the economy.
Okay.
Many businesses use this as an opportunity to offer business discounts and special deals to boomers. I thought that was the AARP card. I thought that already existed.
I don't know. It is International Fun at Work Day. Mm-hmm. So we're having fun at work here today. It is International Tatting Day. I think it's time to go get another tat.
Oh.
I don't have any money. If anyone wants to donate to a needy DJ's tattoo fund.
I was supposed to do that for my 50th,
You
wasn't
were going
I?
to get a tattoo, yeah. We were
going to make a big deal about it.
Yeah, we were going to get you a tramp stamp that said insert coin here with an arrow pointing towards your butt crack.
Right. Yeah, I never did. I forgot all about it. We'll still do it. For my 49th, I thought we said for my 50th we were going to do something.
We're going to do a tattoo or something like that. We'll do it on the way back from Buc-ee's.
Oh, great.
We'll find a random tattoo place to get Josh's 50th birthday tattoo. We'll get a tattoo of Buc-ee on your 50th.
Okay, there you go. That sounds okay. I could handle that.
Let's see what else we got here. Lupus Alert Day is today. National Jump in Muddy Puddles Day, which you're going to be able to do over the next few days. Some rain in the forecast leading up to the Easter weekend. So National 1 Cent Day. National Sourdough Bread Day, which has been a very popular thing since the pandemic. National Trombone Players Day, you mentioned that. Reading is Funny Day. Did you look this one up? Saints Stupid Day. Saint Stupid's Day.
No, I did not.
They were asking about that. Saint Stupid's Day.
Saint Stupid's Day.
So, and it's also U.S. Air Force Academy Day. So those are the days that we're celebrating.
Is a satirical annual April Fool's Day celebration in San Francisco.
Okay.
Makes perfect sense, actually. Founded by Ed Holmes.
All right.
It's designed as an iconic tribute to capitalism, absurdity, and the shared human trait of stupidity.
All right. All right, well, we're going to take another quick break here, and when we come back, we're going to have our good friend Pete Wilson join us from the Telegram, and also, when we come back and we finish up with that, we'll try to get some unofficial rules in for April Fool's Day before we wrap it up today, too. So thanks for joining us on Big Papa's House of Ill Repute, better known as Main Street TV.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, welcome back to Big Papa's House of Ill Repute, better known as Main Street TV. Welcome to the house, Pete.
Oh, something different. You don't look like Jennifer.
Yeah, I know.
What's going on?
Well,
And you don't look like Cheryl.
No, not at all.
Okay, well,
We look
they do
better.
some pretty wild things. So, what have you guys been up to here on April Fool's Day?
We've,
I know.
we've been trying to put faces behind those voices that people hear in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad idea. The flip flop.
So, Pete, have you ever been the victim of an April Fool's joke, or what's the best April Fool's prank that you have either perpetrated yourself or experienced and have maybe been taken advantage of?
Well, I was kind of involved in one, and that was back some time ago with one of the papers that I was editing. Somebody within the newspaper flopped the front page on me.
Okay.
And it was actually put out, and it really caused some consternation in the community because they even though it was April 1st and there were some pretty wild headlines on there, they believed that it was legitimate.
Oh, of course.
And some people were not amused that we did the joke.
Well, Matt Bruning had to put out a statement apparently this morning.
I saw that.
The rumors of the paper mill smokestack being moved to the center of the roundabout were untrue.
Yeah. So my question is, though, did he post
Did
that?
he do it?
Or did someone? I mean, honest. If I'm being honest, I would not be shocked
Right.
if that was actually floating around and somebody actually believed it and posted it, because I saw it on the internet, so it's got to be true.
It's got to
Well,
be true.
you know what? I think they were messing with Matt and ODOT because they're all upset about the traffic
sure,
in Chillicothe.
yeah, sure.
So they figured they'd give ODOT a little bit of problems.
And I'm pretty sure that if you've ever seen that thing, it would not. The base of it would be much bigger
Yeah,
than the-
I would think.
than the roundabout anyway. So if you were actually processing it in your brain instead of just clicking and sharing, which I gotta say, I almost did it. I almost felt guilty. I almost fell for one this morning. I was on, and it was coming from MSN, and I was using it for. I usually use them for a lot of my news sources. And there was they showed a picture of Mount Rushmore with construction workers on there beginning to put the fifth face on Mount Rushmore, which of course, has been rumored to be ever since the South Dakota representative wanted Trump's face to be put up on there, and it actually kind of started working its way through. I don't think it ever got anywhere, but yeah, I was like, how did I miss this? This is really happening. So I almost felt, I was like, oh no, it's April Fool's. So.
Well, as far as the smokestack on the roundabout, I'll say this: since we're not used to roundabouts as much as in the cities, we don't need another distraction
Right, yeah.
driving around that thing.
They're not
who
used
is
to them in
supposed
the
to go and
cities
not
either,
go.
Pete.
This is true. This is true. So what's going on in the news world?
Okay, well, we'll go down some of the leading stories here as we head towards home here on Main Street TV. A big story broke yesterday. It actually came out of the Ohio Attorney General's office because the prosecution got turned up to the state level. But, of course, this was a big story in Jackson County, and particularly in Wellston, late last August, when there was that crash involving a golf cart that had two occupants, off-duty Wellston police officers, was hit by a compact car in the early morning hours on a Friday, I think it was. And Officer Matthew Juniper, only 25 years old, tragically was killed in that crash. And there is Matt Juniper. That's of course a lot of folks got to know his face last year in a very tragic way because he ended up dying shortly after that crash. And the other driver of the golf cart was his buddy and fellow police officer Brant Darrow, who ended up in a Columbus hospital, and was out of work for a while as a result of that crash. But the updated news is that the vehicle that struck the golf cart from behind was driven by a 17-year-old male, and that was known at the time, but there wasn't any. It was always under investigation, and you didn't hear anything.
Right.
And I don't know why the long lag. I guess it's a very important investigation. They had to do a lot of contemplating. The prosecutor at the state level had to decide what to do. They announced yesterday charges against that 17-year-old male, and 2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide. That's a second-degree felony and a third-degree felony. 1 count of aggravated vehicular assault. 1 count of vehicular assault. 2 counts of operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So basically, those are serious charges, and the aggravated part comes because of the alleged alcohol
use,
or
yeah.
drug use. So only 17 years old. So that case will be in Jackson County Juvenile Court, not the Common Pleas Court. And so the truth is, we probably won't hear much about that because of the privacy deal involving juvenile
And that's what
offenders.
I was going to say too. Is that I've seen so many people asking. So what's the person's name? They are a juvenile. They're 17 years old. They do not release those names. As much as he's made kind of an adult mistake.
Right, and you know, I saw some of the social media, as you folks probably did, some speculation. 17 years old, of course, if you're 18 years old, you're an adult.
Right.
Could he be tried as an adult? I'm guessing not. I think that decision has been made not to try him as an adult. You see that sometimes with very serious crimes. And this one, of course, you know, not a intentional thing, but a reckless thing that happened there. So we will be following that. But that news came out yesterday. We were able to hustle that story into our Wednesday edition of the Telegram on the front page, so you can read more details there, also online as well. Okay, another development last night. Spent a couple hours at a meeting out in Scioto Township, and of course, the big topic out there, the big issue is the rumored data center, which may be going into Scioto Township. And it's a section of Scioto Township kind of on the far west end, just off State Route 32, where you have some really big farms. Henderson's Arena is there, but it's basically a lot of big farmland.
Yeah.
And a community group that calls itself, the Facebook, it's also the Facebook monitor, is No Data Centers in Jackson OH Group, but it is Scioto Township. They had a third meeting last night, and to wind back to the second meeting, there was enthusiasm at that meeting that they might be able to stop the data center because they don't want a data center in their backyard.
Right.
They might be able to stop the data center with zoning. However, the curveball that was talked about last night from a township trustee, Terry Trish, and he and the trustees would be very much involved because zoning would go through the trustees at the township level. There is Terry Trish right there talking about it, and that is behind the map being held up is Grace Moore. She moderated the meeting. She is the daughter of a family that is one of the prominent farm families, the Davis family out there in Scioto Township. Anyway, what Terry said was he did a lot of legal research, a lot of personal research since then, and he feels that zoning will not fly for what he calls targeting, which he may be right, he may not be right, but what he has deduced is that if there are land deals that have been made or prospective land deals, and then you start zoning just to stop that is illegal.
Okay.
He called it targeting. Now, there was an attorney in the room, Bill Martin, who cast some doubt on that. He thinks they ought to continue to pursue zoning. So some of that discussion will probably go on. They have community meetings out there at the firehouse every Tuesday at 5:30. There are people not from Scioto Township there. Some of the opponents of the data center in Scioto Township feel that this is going to become a much wider issue as time goes on because the big tech giants, whoever they are, Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, nobody knows who this company is, but it's probably one of those big four techs. The data centers, there's almost 200 in the state of Ohio, and there's many more that are proposed. I was told at a meeting down in Pike County when they announced the big data center that's going to go on the DOE property, that there's going to be much more coming, and there's really nothing that you can do about them.
Okay, and that was what I was going to say, Pete, is based on conversations that I've had with people that are people that are taking heat for the fact that this is even being discussed. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I was told was that really they have no say in that. They can, of course, look into it and do those things. But as it stands right now, I think that's what you're reporting too. As it stands right now, the people in those positions of authority don't really have a leg to stand on, but they're trying to find one.
Right, and zoning was what they thought might be the silver bullet, but what is going on is these are private landowners, they have a right to sell, and if you're looking at it from another perspective, if you own some farmland and you're able to maximize the worth many times over because they'll pay it
Oh, yeah.
supposedly. I heard one figure that farmland, prime farmland in Scioto County or Scioto Township is maybe $3,000 to $4,000 an acre. I heard that one offer, can't verify it's true, but this was circulated, $47,000 an acre offer.
Wow.
Now, if you had a chance to hit the lottery like that, would you do it?
Yeah, I would think.
So, the other way that maybe a data center wouldn't happen is if they just can't get enough land because the landowners won't sell.
Right.
And right now, the organizers of the group out there do not know that any sales have been made. They just know that offers have been made. So that this is going to go on, I think, for several weeks more. But I will say this, the group had about 75 at their meeting last night. They had close to 200 the first week, the first meeting, which was several weeks ago. So they still are getting a really big turnout, and they're pretty united against a data center. And it's kind of a NIMBY thing, not in my backyard.
Right.
There are some benefits to a data center. If you're talking about construction jobs, a lot of construction jobs, maybe not so much operational jobs, but they are considered very high-wage jobs for our area. So you're not really getting that argument very much because right now, this is how these companies operate. They don't even say who they are.
Right.
They send out real estate people to make deals for their land, and they are the most attractive deals that you could ever get for farmland or even just a residential house.
Heck, for all we know, it could be the Jackson County Buc-ee's is coming.
Yeah, who knows?
They're going to build Buc-ee's on 32?
That's it.
I'm in.
Well,
I'm in.
I think we've got one maybe being built in Huber Heights off
Yeah.
75.
We're going to be there Monday. So.
Okay, all right. Well, that is something.
Josh has never been to Buc-ee's.
I've
Oh,
never been to a
oh
Buc-ee's.
my.
Yeah.
Talk
So we're
about
gonna, in fact, it's
culture
gonna be
deprivement.
featured. We're gonna feature it here on Main Street TV probably sometime next week. Is Josh's first experience at Buc-ee's. So we're
Okay,
gonna-
well, let me tell you one of the marketing thing of Buc-ee's, because I've been to several of them on our trips that we take on the interstate, because that's usually where they are off the interstate. It is something to behold, I will say this.
It's a lot of
but
fun.
they have maybe the best restrooms you'll ever find. In
Cleanest bathrooms
But
you'll ever
I'll
be
tell
in,
you what,
folks.
where the doors are at the front, you have to walk through most of the store to get there.
get there.
So you see all those things
if
that you
you're-
could possibly buy or eat.
If you're in a rush.
Yeah, to get there. Okay, well, a couple other things to talk about on the lighter side. There's going to be a new exhibit at the Marquet Culture Arts Center. It'll start on Thursday. The artwork of Chloe Atkins will be displayed. She is a young Jackson lady. She graduated from Ohio University with a minor in art studio. She does graphite, colored pencils, acrylic paintings, and oil paintings. The opening night reception, Thursday, 7 p.m., and these receptions are totally free.
Yeah.
They usually have some light refreshments, and that exhibit will be on display at the Marquee through the entire month of April.
And it's always a nice opportunity to meet.
it's to meet the artist and see the work. And
I know all three of us have been to several, right? Over the years, Pete?
Absolutely. I tell you what, I can't do art, but I surely do appreciate
Absolutely.
it. I don't see-
Absolutely.
I don't see how they do it. And Chloe,
And it is really it's a beautiful show. They were setting it up the other night when I was in there for a meeting, and there's some really beautiful artwork on display. So you want to check it out for sure. So
okay, and a couple other things. Of course, today is another kind of like stop along the way as we go down the home stretch of Basketball Mania,
Yep.
which is what we call March Madness.
Right.
On the NCAA men's basketball tournament, we had 317 people in the Total Media / Telegram basketball predicting contest, and so those brackets, the standings, updated standings, are in Wednesday's print edition of the paper. You can see them now. You can also go online at yourtotalmedia.com/basketballmania and see how you're doing if you entered that. And so, of course, we have the semifinals on Saturday, the final championship game on Monday night. And everybody, always it's kind of like, this has become almost like the Super Bowl. Even if you're not a basketball fan, by golly, you
always do.
you get into it. And just one last a plug for this, because Matt, I don't know whether or Josh, I don't know whether you guys have been there or not, but the interactive Easter drama that they do at Christ Church of Jackson, which of course folks may know them as the former Christ United Methodist Church, which is now Christ Church of Jackson at 150 Portsmouth Street. They will have about 40 different characters dressed up, and following in his steps is they take you through, it goes into the Family Life Center, into the main church, and there'll be 40 uniform biblical characters in there, and it is follows the actions of Jesus going into Easter Sunday. I understand it's very special. I'm going to see it for myself.
Experience. It really is
I'm going to see it for myself this evening. Totally free. They do ask because they want to control the crowds. They don't want to turn you away. They want to have so many for each session. They're doing it tonight at 6:30 and 7:30, Thursday 6:30, 7:30. Friday, 6:30, 7:30, and on Saturday, a little bit different, 4, 5, and 6 p.m. Call the church at 286-3419. Reserve a ticket. Doesn't cost a thing. They just want to control it so there's not too many people at the same time.
Right.
It is well attended. Cool. Very special.
Neat experience. All right, Pete.
All right,
thanks for
very
hanging
good.
out with us
I will
always,
leave it to you guys to take it down the stretch. I know you have a few other things to do on the April Fool's side.
All right, sounds good. Well, as we get ready to wrap it up today, we'll send you out with just a couple things.
All right, sounds good.
Here are your unofficial rules for April Fool's Day. So it is April Fool's, as we've mentioned a couple times. That's why you have the two fools sitting here doing the show instead of Jennifer and the rest of her crew. But it is, people say that everything is too divisive these days. So this is an opportunity for you to do something that's always been divisive, and that's an April Fool's prank.
Sure.
So, 46% of people say they find April Fool's Day's pranks amusing. 40% say that they find them annoying. Those are the people
Those are the people that are getting pranked usually.
Yes, usually.
Right,
so, yes.
right.
Yes, I will say
I'm always annoyed whenever
I have eaten chocolate sponge brownies for the last 3 years, thanks to my daughters.
Oh,
they always
really?
seen, Daddy, try our brownies.
Well, see, and I figure that all the normal viewers of the show are probably just thrilled that Pete made his way in today.
Yeah,
so at least they got that
something
part
normal,
of the show.
yes. But the thing is 14% say it's case by case. They say it's got to be good, but just not stupid. So,
right.
So here are some rules. These are the unofficial rules of April Fool's Day. I did not know these.
Okay.
Apparently there is a noon deadline. Did you know that?
Oh, no. I was
Did you know that?
unaware.
Have you ever heard that, Pete?
I did not.
There's apparently a noon deadline, which apparently has been a guideline for a while, but it doesn't always get mentioned. They say the fooling has to stop at noon, and any pranks must be revealed by then.
Okay.
Anyone who attempts to prank after midday is considered the April Fool themselves.
That is new information to me.
Which in some areas, there's the old rhyme, April Fool's Day past and gone, you're the fool for making one. So, so that's apparently the first rule is that it has to be done by noon. Do no harm is rule number 2. April Fool's pranks are meant to make people look foolish or inconvenienced, not to cause genuine distress or be destructive. So have some fun, but nothing that's going to cause pain. And that goes for both people and property. So if you TP someone's house, please go back and clean it up.
Yes.
So to avoid causing anxiety like fake health issues, I will tell you this, one of my favorite April Fool's stories when I was working as the youth leader at Christ Church in Jackson. We had a Sunday where it was April Fool's, and so my message was on dishonesty for the night. And we dressed Maddie Lynn up in a shirt that said Big Sister. And we told all the teens that night that we were pregnant again, which we were not. But the girls, of course, went crazy. The boys, they were kind of like, oh, well, they could care less. But they're like, guess what, guys? It's triplets.
Oh, my.
Well, then, of course, we find out we're pregnant later that summer.
Yes.
And we go in, and it's twins. But at the time, they thought we were having triplets.
Oh, wow.
And so I said, always be careful with those April Fool's jokes because you never know what's going to happen. Number 3, reveal the prank. A successful prank should be followed by the reveal, which marks the end and clarifies that the situation was a joke. Again, traditionally, this is supposed to happen by noon. It's bad to force someone to deal with a prank until they realize that they may have been fooled. Also, they do need to end without any long-term consequences.
It's a good
So
idea.
if you're pulling a prank at work today, make sure you get it okay with your boss first so you're able to go back to that job tomorrow. No illegal activities. Obviously, this should go without saying, but certain people need to be reminded. It's not an excuse to break the law.
Illegal activities is what makes it a good time.
This includes stealing someone's stuff. So if you borrow it for a few minutes, that's one thing, but...
Sure.
And target wisely. That's the 5th rule. It's smart etiquette to play pranks on people you know well, like friends, family, and close coworkers, and people who will appreciate the humor.
Right.
It isn't worth riling up people who are thin-skinned and can't take a joke. It is not meant. It is mean to do it to strangers.
But isn't that more fun?
It is more fun, but The most common reaction to a prank is to smile and say, "Oh, that was a good one."
Oh, you got me. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but watch out because 3 out of 10 people will respond by pranking you back.
Yeah,
So-
that's that. Okay, you're going down. It's
And,
on
and
now.
we'll wrap it up with this. Here are the things you never want to hear on April Fool's Day. We'll go out with this.
Oh gosh.
The joy buzzer triggered Nana's pacemaker. Since I misplaced the rubber poop, I decided to use the next best thing.
The real poop.
The real, yeah. So.
Yeah, good.
Oops, I'm sorry. I must have filled the squirting flour with acid. I don't get it. The package said the knife would retract.
Yeah, that's a bad joke.
Yeah. Wow. That snake popped out of the can. The chip's really pretty hard. I'm so thankful you have a backup eye. Sorry. That's not a fart machine. I had chili for lunch. I'll be danged. Somehow a real tarantula got mixed in with the fake ones.
No, I hate it when that happens.
And finally, we couldn't think of a prank, so we just hid your heart medicine. So there you have it, folks. That's your things you don't want to hear on April Fool's Day. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
So our real hosts are back in the room. How did things go for you guys? You should come over here with us for a second.
Yeah.
How did it go? Did you destroy our show? Because we tried really hard to destroy yours.
We did. We had fun.
We did not.
We were
We
good,
took,
precious
we took
angels.
Was Hayden
we
good
took
to you?
very good care of your show.
Oh, a little.
We warned him.
Okay,
I
yeah.
just want to
Good.
say that. We warned him, okay?
Yep.
And he was the one who brought it up.
Uh-oh.
Hayden wanted to try the jelly beans.
Oh no!
If you're not familiar, go back and watch the KFC jelly beans from, about 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, something
my
like
It
that.
goodness.
was not good.
Easily the
Did you
worst.
try them?
I did not, and
Don't.
I will not.
Don't.
Easily
Good.
the worst thing that we have tried.
Ever.
Yes.
So
In the
why
history
Hayden
of
wanted
ever.
them, I have no clue.
He didn't make it 0.3 seconds with it in his mouth
He-
before it
And only one
expelled.
And only one of the flavors too. He did not try the other two. He tried the chicken flavor one, and
Yeah.
that was it.
Poor guy. He
Wow.
he didn't handle it
See,
well.
the chicken, I thought the chicken flavor was okay.
Oh no, there's nothing about any of
We
that.
must have
that's
just
okay.
ate them in the right order,
And
Matt.
you know what?
There was the one that was. It was
The
the
chicken
gravy.
and the corn weren't bad. It was the gravy.
It was
that
the
ruined it
gravy.
for me.
Your studio may or may not currently smell like KFC jelly beans.
Yeah, we're sorry about
Thank
that.
you so much for that. I appreciate it, guys.
Oh no!
Did you or did you not embarrass our sweet Adrian in here today?
Adrian was giggling almost the entire show today, so
Yeah.
I took that as a win.
Yeah.
Okay,
like-
so
That is because we embarrass him most of the time.
we had a discussion going over in the other studio of whether or not Adrian knew what a house of ill repute was.
Josh, and this was your.
I
He
had
got
to.
informed.
I
he
had
said.
to. I had to at least. I had to at least explain a little because I didn't want
Do
him
you
to.
know what a house of ill repute is?
I think I do.
So
I'm not going to
Should
say.
we ask him if he's been to one?
can we?
Pete, have you been to
Pete.
one?
I've seen some second-story places that I think are.
I think you know what it is then.
Yeah.
So for me, I thought it was a really great play on words because when I think about Big Papa and I think about the rap stuff, it was the ill. So it was the rap. You be illin. There's so very generational for us.
He's
Yes.
very 80s rap there. So.
And so I was thinking of that, and I also, to me, it was you've got Porter's Place. So it had to be a house.
It has to be a house. Here it is.
So
We
plus, you're always the one that is. Pete Wilson is in the house.
And it's something that Jackson doesn't have because of the was it the Kitty Club?
the KFC. Yeah.
What was it called? The Jackson? Was it Kitty Cat? What were they going to call it? I can't
Kit-
remember.
was it Kit Kat
It
Club?
was the Kitty Cat Club, I
Jackson
thought.
Kit Kat Club. Yeah, it was supposed to go to the old KFC. Yeah.
Matt walks out of the room earlier,
love that.
and Pink Pony Club starts playing on the radio today.
That's great.
Like this is perfect.
I heard that coming in. No, I mean, I don't know why every town shouldn't have a house of ill repute. Like,
We can put it, it's like a tourism thing.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
people to
I
the
mean,
area.
it could be economic development and tourism all built into one.
Well, Frank, there you go.
Sam Brady, I
Taxes,
challenge
property
you
taxes.
to find us a grant for that.
Frank Sinatra used to say that about Dean Martin, that Dean was such a good boy that he bought his mom a house. The only problem was that the cops came in every night and shut it down.
See, we could have one of those right here in Jackson.
Yeah.
Of course, he said that the police just weren't broad-minded. All right.
I got
Anyway,
it.
there's,
All right, that's good enough for us.
there's your bad
To see
jokes
us
for the
out,
day.
yeah.
Yeah. Gotta get happy April Fools, everybody.
Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.